What's up, everybody? What's up? How y'all doing out there, man? Blessings to all my kings and queens out there, for real, man. Love to everybody out in the streets out here struggling, trying to make a way out of no way. My name is Marcus X, and I'm the co-founder and president of Black Lives the Streets. I'm also the co-founder and president of Family Support Families Against Gun Violence in Minneapolis. I just want to be brief with y'all. And because Facebook love blocking me and love censoring my content, so I'm not able to get the message across of what's really going on in Minneapolis. So here's what's going on. We have a mayoral race, and also we have some questions on the ballot pertaining to defund the police. And what's going on? It's like I don't know who the powers that be, right? But they make it to where it's the candidates that's not like Democrats, um, like Perry, Johnson, and all these guys, and they didn't sign no contract finance agreement or get any money, right? Like all the other candidates, no, for real. And like when you try to listen to their lives and when they be trying to speak the truth and try to lighten the community, the Facebook it statics out, it freezes out. Um, they've been trying to put campaign ads out on Facebook and they won't let them. So the word that we're trying to get out, they won't let the word get out. Like it's a conflict between um, our own community with this question. You got people that live in our community saying that they don't want the police, and you got the same amount of people that live in our community that say that we need them. So when it comes down to it, everybody know we need some type of law enforcement. Facts. You just can't have a city without no law enforcement. But the charter doesn't say anything about the police will be eliminated. The state is required. Our state is required to have a certain amount of police officers. So, um, but at the same time, there's so many things coming out on the news about the police and how they was hunting protesters down and how Derek Chauvin was able to get away with the things he was doing in 2017, 2018, 2019. And not only that, he was a trainer. And we're talking about Derek Chauvin. So, Minneapolis police do not have a good track record, right? And not only that, they're being scrutinized. And the problem is, it ain't that. And I'm telling you as a Minneapolis resident, and I'm telling you as a resident, Minneapolis Police Department cannot find police officers to work in Minneapolis because there's so much scrutiny behind their department. So when you look at it as a whole, their department is over with. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to fix that department, it's over with. Um, just so many things that the Minneapolis Police Department have done and haven't been accounted for. Like, it's just so much. The deaths of innocent black men. But Chief Arredondo, he's a good guy. Like deep down inside, I'm not gonna never hate on him. I'm not gonna never hate on Mayor Fry. But it's all about what the people want. And if the people wants new leadership or whatever, you gotta go with your constituents. But it seemed like you have other candidates just trying to get the word out. When they try to do that, Facebook really is working with somebody, whether it's the Democrats, the DFL, somebody's like really trying to blog out their message. So that's just that. And now, like then you have the Minneapolis mayor race is like Iowa caucus, right? Where you have a whole bunch of candidates, and then when it's time to start counting the votes, you have your number one, number two, number three. They done turned the mayor race like an Iowa caucus. Like, so the incumbent, which is Mayor Jacob Fry, he already has a base, right? So his base is solid. And when you got 10 other candidates just running now, you take away all those votes. You split up the votes of the people. That way, Jacob Fry wins by default. Now they say, well, if he don't get um, over 50% of the votes, then it goes to the second round, and then people start picking a number two. So, let me get this right. So, Jacob Fry doesn't get 50% of the votes, right? Then they start adding up who get the most number twos, right? And how do they add it up? Do they put the twos times two, like add it up? I don't know how they do it. But then if Jacob Fry still don't have the numbers with the number twos, then it's over with. Like the other person drops out. I don't understand. It's so confusing that how can we really pick the right leader, right, for the people, by the people, elected by the people? Because it almost sounds like it's like a selection process. You know what I'm saying? We already know who we selected. We just want to play it out and disguise it as people voting for who we supposed to vote for. But in all actuality, it's we're our votes are being cast away and dumped in the garbage. Because if you have the incumbent over here, right? And then it's like the incumbent in the middle. Then you got Perry's, the Johnsons, the Sheilas, right? The Katie's, the AJ's. You know what I'm saying? The Connors, right? And we put them all around. Now these all Democrats, right? They're all fighting for public safety. Everybody's using public safety as their campaign ploy, right? Public safety, public safety, public safety. But nobody ain't came up with any solutions to deal with the gun violence that's been happening in North Minneapolis. You see what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done, when it's all said and done, right? You have all these candidates, and you have the people outside of that. Now the people want to pick a candidate. You got this group over here, you got this group over here. You know what I'm saying? And now here we go. But at the end of the day, you have the incumbent in the middle that has a solid base. He's already the mayor. You know what I'm saying? That is big for Fry, and people don't understand that. That's why it was very important for everybody to people that's against Fry. It would have been smart for people, right, to say, hey, let's find us one candidate that can beat Fry, and then we all we do what they're doing right now. We do that months before now. You know what I'm saying? So we would change the voting process on how they do this. You don't do this, oh, let's keep fighting about who all candidate is the best candidate to beat the incumbent. Let's take the whole damn summer and everybody campaign. The Fry stay out of it. You feel me? And then come maybe September, then Fry hops in it. You know what I'm saying? Because September, October, no, we'll probably make it the first week of October. Then Fry gets in, but Fry gets in against one candidate, not 5 different candidates gaining up on him, and then these 5, 6 different candidates is telling the people one different thing, and everybody say they got a great answer, but there's only two people that really have answers. You know what I'm saying, to what's going on in our community. Nobody's not listening to them. But when you got all these candidates spread it out, and you got the people, and then you start splitting up and spreading out the votes, nobody wins. Our children don't win. Our community don't win. Our schools, nothing wins. We don't get no change. West Broadway in Minneapolis is going to still look the same. It's going to still look the same. And that's why I'm trying to tell you, we shouldn't do what we're doing right now where everybody's still trying to figure out who they want to pick. We should have all did that. Vote your number 1, number 2, number 3 for the mayor. And then, get that all out the way in the summertime. You feel me? So that way in August, you know what I'm saying, we can have a candidate to go against the incumbent. If I was the mayor, I would want that. I would want it to be that way. It would be more interesting. That way, it could be 2 people talking about what we're supposed to do and who's supposed to be the right leader. 2 people, not the incumbent and a whole bunch of other people around him saying they can beat the incumbent, but they all talking about the same thing. But really, nobody really wanna. So it's a lot of foolery going on with Minneapolis politics, and the world don't know about it. And the news will not talk about it. They're only putting certain candidates up on the news, but really, it's some candidates out here in the streets with the people. And nobody's talking about that. They're not talking about that. They're talking about Katie, somebody from Anoka. Then the one lady is from this way. And then I heard Connor said he quit his job to run for mayor. Who quits their job and run for mayor? It's just really funny about politics. And then you got AJ. AJ know he ain't got a chance of winning. AJ taking all the Somalian votes away from the votes of the people. Think about if one of these candidates had all the Somali votes. See, AJ taking them because he's Somali and he got them voting for him. A lot of them gonna vote for him, but if he ain't gonna win, they just threw their vote away. You know what I'm saying? AJ's not gonna win. So that's the type of situation I mean that some candidates might have to concede. There's nothing wrong with conceding. There's nothing wrong giving up. I mean, it's not. I ain't gonna say giving up. It ain't nothing wrong with saying, look, things are not gonna work with our campaign. So, in order for us to win as a people, I'll drop out the race. And his people should honor that because remember, we're fighting for change. We're fighting for something different, right? It's not like that. They stay in the race, take their votes with them. Right, this candidate over here, they take their votes from here, and then you have political candidates like Ella Omar. She take her little votes, right, and she cast them in for these groups over here, and then you got the city council members who have a platform. They think they're gonna win, and then they tell their people to vote for this person over here, right? And then you have community leaders all around. They got their groups of people, and then they tell their groups of people to go vote for this person over here. Now all the votes are split up, and they're like, okay, who got the most votes? If that's how y'all gonna play politics, and then you have the guys that didn't sign none of that, get none of that money from the DFL, yeah, and the Facebook, and nobody want to, y'all let everybody else ads get posted. It is like really, really mind-boggling to me how the system is really working, and our votes don't really matter. This Minneapolis election is gonna prove that. When Jacob Fry win, yes, Jacob Fry might win because of what I just explained to you. Exactly what I just explained to you. That's why he's going to win. He's the incumbent. He has a stronger base, and they are killing the airlines. Everything you look on Facebook, it's Jacob Fry or Letitia. That's it. It's Jacob Fry and Letitia. Period. Them two. Them two commercials. And while everybody want to become leaders in the city of Minneapolis, nobody has not an answer or a clue to stop these murders. Nobody has a clue on how can we bring into custody the ones that shot LaDavion, Trinity, Anaya, in London. How can we find those four individuals? And we're not talking about the lady that lost her twins. Now it's a woman that got shot in Minneapolis that was pregnant. She was pregnant with twins. Those two babies didn't even get a chance to breathe God's air that was really intended for them. They bogus. You feel me? So now we have we have 5 babies killed in our city, right? 3 out of these 5 been shot in the head, right? And all these kids out of these actually 9 children have been shot in the city of Minneapolis, and out of that 9, 5 have been killed. You know what I'm saying? Out of that 9, 3 have been shot in their head. You see what I'm saying? But it's been 56 children, all under the age of 18, that has been shot in our city. 56 children, all under the age of 18, have been shot in our city. Out of that 56, 9 of them have been under the age of 12. And out of that 9, under the age of 12, yes, 5 of them have died. Get well, LaDavion. Rest in peace, Trinity. Rest in peace, Anaya. Rest in peace, London. The twins, that's actually 6. No, 5, right? It's 5. So I don't wanna confuse y'all. Sorry. But and it's just, see, and that's what I'm saying. I'm the only person that can like literally come up with these numbers like that because I'm the only one paying attention to what's going on. Right? There's not gonna be no answers. All right? They don't know what they're. Jacob Fry, I'm with you. If you win, if Perry don't win, and you wind up winning, Jacob Fry, we want to work hand in hand with you in conjunction with local law enforcement to try to help build that bridge between community and local law enforcement. It's going to take people like Black Lives the Streets to do that. We want to do community events. We want to bring out the kids. We want to change the whole dynamics of our community. We want to start rebuilding on West Broadway. Number one, we want to clean up the gang violence. We want to have everybody get along, but we want to start building on West Broadway. We don't want outside investors coming into our city, taking all our money from our people, and not none of it going back into the black community. We don't want that. So just keep that in mind, because Black Lives on the Streets will be watching those type of movements. Um, it's a lot of money that's gonna be flowing in next summer to help the black community, and it's gonna be great to see that we can actually get some change. No matter who's in office, we're gonna be able to still see change. We just want to make sure that the money is being allocated to the right groups. The right groups, in y'all heart, that's gonna get out there and do the will of the people. Like, for real, you gotta ask yourself that. Like, when people get the filing grants, are we giving the money to the people that's gonna really do the will of the people? And then once y'all, like, all y'all gotta do is walk with Black Lives on the Streets. Y'all ain't gotta give us a whole bunch of money, bro. All we actually gotta do is walk with us. You know what I'm saying? 1.5 million, 500,000, 700,000, whatever it is. We're gonna do the will of the people. I'm not no. I've had money before. That's nothing, and I done gave out a lot of money. So it ain't about that. It's about having the money to do the things that God say. Hey man, we need you to do this for the people, and then we start doing it. Period. That's what we want to do. But that's the thing about Minneapolis going on right now. We have an issue. We had that ballot question. I think the police is going to get defunded. People ask, "What are you going to do? How are you going to vote?" And my question is, how are you going to vote? So, really sticky times in Minneapolis, and I put it like this: if it is a vote yes to defund them, it's over with. I wouldn't want to be a mayor. I wouldn't want to be city council. The city gonna be out of control, and nobody ain't gonna have no answers. And you're hearing it from me first. So it don't matter if we keep Fry, bring in Perry, Johnson, Katie, Connor, Leah, Sheila, AJ, whoever it is. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard, and we don't need the police killing anybody else. So let's all try to get along as a community. Let's try to reach out to one another. Let's try to build bridges and not walls. Let's unite under one umbrella, and that's our children. Let's show the world that Minneapolis can do it. Whether we have the police or not, all we got to do is love one another. All we got to do is get back out there and bring the community out. In every community, everybody come out and do things and get to know your neighbors out of your home and into your streets. This do apply to us, and it's sad that, like, man, it's so sad that, man, it's so sad, like we have babies that's hurt in our city. Babies are injured in our city. Babies are dying in our city. And it seems like nobody really cares, only until one of the babies are dead, and then here come the cameras, and here they come. It's about to get ugly out here, because the parents and families of these victims, these children, when another child die because the lack of, like, public safety, preventive measures, like, they're gonna crash every single press conference. Like, they're crashing press conferences, bro. Like, so if y'all politicians in Minneapolis, or group leaders, or nonprofits, just wait till the cameras go on and come around, because you do not want to get embarrassed. I'm telling you, like, these people is not playing about who the hell are y'all. There's only a couple groups that can come out there though and really stand with with the families. The other groups ain't gonna be able to do it. Politicians ain't gonna be able to do it. Oh we. So anyway, I just want to let y'all in on that. We have a lot of candidates, and you have the incumbent, a whole bunch of candidates, and because of the vote is about to get split in the black community, I don't really think we're gonna get any change. I don't want to sound pessimistic about shit. You feel me? I want to be completely honest with you. As long as we split up the vote, we all can't come together as a block, a voting block, and say this is who we all voting for. Because we can't come together, and our leaders, it's our older leaders, it's the older people that's really splitting the vote up. Because y'all should be the ones leading the charge on we should come together with one candidate, but y'all ain't did that. Nobody ain't did that. Oh my goodness. But anyway, it's so stressed out right now. I can't wait till it's all over with. I can't wait till November 2nd. Um, I'm voting for, but I'm just waiting for like November 2nd till it's over with. And we're not expect Black Lives on the Streets not expecting any change November 3rd. We're not expecting change no December 3rd, but we expect change January 1st to get it together. We're gonna fall back to the end of the year after the election. You ain't gonna hear no more from us. I wanna say thank y'all for tuning in. Like, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Like I should have told you to do that before. Click that subscribe button. Tell your friends to come to Black Lives on the Streets and click that subscribe button. And I'm gonna continue to fill y'all in. I should have been filling y'all in. My apologies. I'm sorry. But we're gonna continue to fight for these babies. We're gonna continue to uplift our community. Black Lives Streets is about improving the quality of living in our community. We're about public safety. We're about guns down so kids can play. We're about taking back a community one block, one neighborhood, one corner store at a time. Guns down so kids can bike. All these things is essential to our kids growing up and being happy. All right. We want ways and a means and avenues to build like home ownership for our black men so we can get back in the homes of our with our families and bring generational wealth into our families. That's what we need as a black man in the black community. So don't let nobody else tell you that. We want to build generational wealth through home ownership, and we want to start building businesses and creating and being entrepreneurs. These are the things we want to do. All right, you can't tell us what we want to do. I've talked to the black man in our community, and we're all saying the same thing. We want to own homes. We want to own businesses. We want to do the same thing that the white people are doing. That's it. You have a good day, Black Lives on the Streets.